Hi, Gemini Cancer Cusp Collective. Welcome back to Cusp of Roses for your general love message reading. I'm going to get an incense here lit for you all. Hold on one second. All right, and then we're going to get into your love energies. I hope that this live finds you well and in the highest vibration possible. I thank you guys so much, as always, for the love and support you show here on my channel. Through your likes, through commenting, through sharing my videos, through subscribing to my channel, through hitting that bell notification so that you're notified when I do go live Tuesday through Friday and sometimes on the weekends. I just appreciate you all so much. And I'm thankful for your presence here and to have you as a part of my tribe here on my channel. All right, Gemini Cancer, so thank you. Truly, from the depth of my heart, I am appreciative. Ooh, all right, these are ready to talk. So let's go ahead and get into our moment of gratitude. Gemini Cancer, I invite you to offer up gratitude in your space right now, whether that be through affirmations, intentions, prayers, meditation, breath work, maybe even a moment of silence or stillness, or a combination of any of those methods that feel right. Go ahead and get started in that energy. Started on those practices. I'm going to also do the same so that we're all grounded into our own energy and open to the messages that need to come forward. And then we will get started, all right? Heavenly Father, Divine Mother, Holy Spirit, Ascended Masters, my Ascended Ancestors, and all holy angels, thank you so much for being here with me and with the Gemini Cancer Cusp Collective of Energy here on YouTube for this general love message reading. I thank you so much for clearing my vibration, clearing my energy so that I can bring forth and channel the most important love messages concerning the love connecting to Gemini Cancer, surrounding Gemini Cancer, or within Gemini Cancer. Thank you for connecting me with that energy, for offering your clear guidance through these channeled messages, and also for your love, your grace, your mercy, your support and protection, always and forever divine. Thank you for your presence. And so it, all right, Gemini Cancer. I'm going to do 3 shuffles here. I hope Sagittarius season has treated you well thus far, as well as December has been good to you, kind to you at least, as we move into Capricorn season and a whole new calendar year. All right, Gemini Cancer, what love messages are here for you? Thank you so much, Divine. What love messages do you have? You got vivid dreams. Okay, it says, pay attention to your dreams. As the connection deepens, your dreams become more pronounced and full of answers. So there is somebody or someone in particular here, Gemini Cancer, that you dream about or that frequents your dreams. Whether you know them or not, there's something important about the energy shared between you two, and that would be it. That's sexual healing. Okay, now Gemini Cancer, so you might be having a lot of vivid sex dreams with this person where you're exchanging sacred energy, you're intimate with this person a lot in your dream space. And I want you to pay attention to how that feels, because for some of you it looks like it feels amazing, okay? Just right off the bat, it's like not wanting to wake up from the dream, you know, wanting to stay in it as long as possible. Others of you, there might be other emotions that come up from this intimacy, and I feel like the Divine really wants you to pay attention to that, take note of that, and maybe dig a little deeper into yourself as to what is underneath that energy, okay? What other love message do you have here for Gemini Cancer? And you got children. Some of you might be seeing children in your dream as well, so this could be like witnessing in your dream space like the whole family gambit, right? So you and this person having a family, having a life together, you know, maybe just a lot of intimate dreams, a lot of sexual tension and energy like that. Like, it just feels very potent. But again, I can't get away from that notion of how you feel after the intimacy, during the intimacy with this person in your dream space is the key, is the answer that you're looking for, okay? Because again, it says pay attention. Pay attention to your dreams. As the connection deepens, your dreams become more pronounced and full of answers. So whatever questions you've been asking of the divine, maybe when it comes to your love life, right? All of those answers are coming through your dream space. And with this sexual healing, right, it says sexual energy can be used to reconnect. Let your bodies release some tension or enjoy some pleasure. So even if, again, this is somebody, Gemini Cancer, that you do not know in your waking life, there's something about the sexual energy or the sexual experiences you're dreaming about with this person that really just might point to your own desires and your own need to release some tension in your waking life, okay? And then with children, it says children are a significant factor in your love life. This may signify the desire of them or someone's inner child needing some attention. So this sexual healing and or these sex dreams that you might be having, Gemini Cancer, might actually not be so much about the sex, right? It might not be all about the act of the sex. It might be the intimacy or the feeling of safety, comfort, pleasure that you're getting from the experience, right? And that might be addressing some inner child wounds here, right? So, and again, like I said, for some of you, these sex dreams might be very pleasant. Others of you, they might not be, okay? And I really want you, Gemini Cancer, to pay attention to what's going on, how that intimacy is coming about, and how you're feeling after it, okay? Because it could be a part of your inner child that is trying to heal through your subconscious. So whether you're trying to overcome, and again, here's a fair warning, not meant to trigger, but what I'm about to say could trigger somebody, okay? But whether this is energy, let's say you've experienced sexual abuse, okay? And so you've associated the act of sex as something shameful, as something painful, maybe, you know, made you feel a certain way about yourself. It feels like your subconscious mind is trying to move you through that energy, through these vivid dreams of having actual pleasurable experiences, right? Trying to reconnect with that inner child, healing or patch up or heal whatever wound that child experienced when it comes to sexual energy, okay? So for some of you, that's what I'm saying. Pay attention to how you're feeling, what's coming up for you after you're experiencing that in your dream world. Write it down and really, you know, release and purge and kind of face that energy. For some of you, it's as deep as that, especially for children to be out here. Others of you, this feels like you're having very much so like fairy tale vivid dreams, meaning it's the white picket fence, it's the 2.5 kids, it's the golden retriever running around, you know, it's the house of your dreams, the man or woman of your dreams, the partner of your dreams, you know, all of that is happening, okay? So again, that could be an answer or a key here. Still could be tethered to your inner child and the desires of your inner child, okay? But either way, you definitely want to pay attention to that, okay? Thank you so much, Divine, for these beautiful love messages here for Gemini Cancer. Please tell me more about vivid dreams, sexual healing, and children. What does Gemini Cancer need to know about vivid dreams, sexual healing, and children? Divine, I ask you to please be with those that may be having to heal through some sexual trauma here or abuse. Please send them your love, your light. Let them know that they are safe and protected. Because I definitely feel that heavy for somebody here, or for maybe a few of you, okay? Yeah. The Seven of Cups wanted to come out, which again can talk about the dream space and having to work through emotional energy in that realm of the subconscious, right? Okay, Divine, tell me more about these vivid dreams, sexual healing, and children for Gemini, Cancer, cusp energies. What's going on with these vivid dreams? What are these vivid dreams? You got the Page of Wands, okay? So it's definitely something or someone that you're definitely attracted to. You have the World here, and you have the Page of Pentacles. Definitely child, again. More children energy here with these pages. Okay. And with the World, it's telling me that there is a huge cycle here ending. And again, it feels like whatever these vivid dreams are, Gemini, Cancer, it's the answer that it's showing you that, yeah, you're pulling through a cycle here. You're pulling up to the end of some sort of karmic wheel that you've been on, okay? You've been doing, I feel that, a lot of healing work around yourself, right? And it seems like this cycle or this phase of having to really face and deal and mend whatever that wounding might have been from your inner child or during your childhood, it's like that cycle is coming to a complete. So you have put in a lot of good work here. Some of you could also be dreaming about children that you will have, okay? And there's two here, a fire sign and an earth sign. Could be a fire-earth cusp energy, okay? Tell me more about these vivid dreams. Oh. Yeah, you got the Hierophant, earth energy. Commitment, structure. And again, like I said, these vivid dreams could also be very fairy tale-like for some of you. And I almost hear it in a perfect world. Some of you might be dreaming of a perfect world. In a perfect world, right? Your Page of Wands energy, that excitement, that pure confidence, pure joy, trusting that the universe has your back, a full belief in self and your own creative abilities is intact, right? Your intellect, your study, your ability to study, your reliability, something that's tried and true and stable, that could be the very perfect world that you're dreaming of. Yeah, some of you could even be dreaming of yourself as a child. Some of you live in this waking world thinking of that. If when I was a child, if I could have had this, right? The freedom to be creative, the freedom to just be a child. Some of you may feel like or have experienced a childhood where you were kind of robbed of your innocence really early. And again, trigger, fair warning, okay? I have to speak to the energy, so if this does get a little tough, you know, I totally understand, and I'm not meaning to, but, you know, we got to bring it up, okay? But some of you, that's what this feels like. In a perfect world, when I was a child, I would have had the freedom to just be, to express, no worries, no fear, right? I would have had stability, something I could rely on, people I could rely on, an institution or a structure I can rely on, okay? Some of you also feel like, and I don't mean to dig too deep into it, but it's almost like I wish my parents would have done right by me. That's what this Hierophant is showing me. I wish my parents were committed to providing that stability for me. I wish my parents were committed to, you know, allowing me to be my full and authentic self. And for some of you, protecting you and protecting that, right? It's like experiencing almost like it's dreaming of a perfect world from the perspective of your inner child here, okay? And that's what I get, what I wish was, right? what I wish my foundation was, what I wish my foundation could have been, what I wish I would have experienced, what I wished my guardians were committed to providing for me. The structure I wish I had as far as family dynamics for some of you. Tell me more. What's the overall message here with the vivid dreams for Gemini Cancer? Yeah, Two of Cups. Because had I had that, I would have experienced love differently, connection differently. Others of you, this Two of Cups represents, again, dreaming of the perfect connection, the perfect person. It's almost like this Two of Cups energy is so real and so vivid in your subconscious, in your dream world, that it's almost like, well, why isn't that my reality? Right? Some of you might be coming up against that energy. But, and I don't want to say against, because it's to work with it, right? But you're definitely vividly dreaming of connections and or of a perfect connection to have, to, you know, to experience. Some of you, this could be dreaming of yourself again as that child and getting to the root of maybe why you feel challenged with connection in this Two of Cups energy. Connecting from a genuine space, a heart-to-heart, being vulnerable. And relating what you're seeing in your dream space and the patterning and whatever these answers that are coming up in your dream world to what you've actually experienced in reality, right? How you've shown up in commitment is rooted in that inner child experience or experiences. Ooh, okay. All right, Divine, thank you so much. Let's look into this sexual healing for Gemini Cancer. Justice. Yeah, I just heard I deserve to feel good about sex. I deserve to have this sexual healing and or healing in that sexual essence or your sensual nature. It tells me that there was definitely something that went wrong that has to be righted or, you know, corrected for justice to be out here. You deserve justice in some way, shape, or form. And I think that's what it is. It's you deserve to enjoy the pleasure of sex. You deserve to have sex be a tension reliever as opposed to maybe causing stress or tension for you. Okay, tell me more about justice. Yeah. Death. So the death to the old way of connecting to the energy of sex, of using sex, of experiencing sex. And transforming through that, overcoming that. Tell me more about justice and death here for sexual healing. Yeah, you got the Queen of Swords. Two Swords energy here with Libra and Justice, and then the Queen of Swords. Which I guess would also be Libra energy. Yeah. And then you have Scorpio here with Death, but that's the endings and beginnings. It's that 8th house energy. That transformation. Letting one way die off, one version of yourself die off, putting it to rest. Emerging in a new form. Something about this Queen of Swords feels very empowering. Meaning, and again, if this is connected to childhood abuse, okay, where maybe you felt like you didn't have a voice back then, or you couldn't really make sense of what was happening then. It's understanding that you now have the power to decipher and discern now and speak to it now. And that's what I feel like with this World card as well. Like I said, it was the end of a cycle, another ending of a cycle here with the Death card. Where meeting healthy sexual energy or experiencing sex in some sort of way put you back into that childhood space of maybe feeling wronged and or not having a voice. So it again, it's like I said, where sex in an ideal world or in a healthy situation can act as a stress reliever. It almost feels like the energy of sex caused more stress and more tension because of this experiences in childhood. So it's being able to articulate when you're uncomfortable, being able to articulate when things don't feel right, when, you know, where I don't feel like you maybe had the verbiage or the sense of connection to, like, again, it just feels like there's a lot of dots that are connecting here, okay? That you're now going to be able to use in this new phase, in this new realm, and maybe for some of you even a new chapter, okay? When it comes to your love life, there is a huge death and rebirth process happening for you. Okay? This also could just be the fear of like not being heard or respected, because maybe even as a child, as these experiences were happening, saying, oh, this doesn't feel right, no, I don't want to, maybe didn't yield, you know, it to stop, or you know what I'm saying. It's having to come up against that energy and work through it in the now. And for some of you, hopefully you are an adult watching this, right? And understanding that as an adult, you do have a voice now, right? And that you deserve to be heard, okay? And it's almost like bringing yourself justice in that situation by not allowing that trauma or those experiences to have a hold on you in some type of way. Tell me more about this Queen of Swords for sexual healing. Yeah, you got the Sun, exactly. Now you get to speak to the pleasure that you do want, how you want it to happen. It's like, if this feels like getting the opportunity to experience a healthy sexual connection after having very toxic ones. Okay? So the sexual healing and energy showing up is actually a very positive thing. I'm so happy that the Sun is here. Okay, because this shines a very beautiful, positive, healthy light of growth. You're growing here, Gemini Cancer. Growing deeper into who you are, growing deeper into knowing what you deserve and not being afraid to say so, right? Growing in the sense of shedding that outer shell that was very much so blocked by these experiences. And we'll get into that childhood energy soon, right? It's feeling that freedom, right? And rather than having those, because I don't think we ever really forget, right? But it's rather than attaching the negative feeling to it, it's finally being able to experience that joy and that pleasure, right? And release of tension. That's what the Sun could also represent. Happiness, right? Where sex now becomes a happy thing. It becomes a good thing. It becomes a enjoyable thing. Okay. What's the overall message here for sexual healing? Thank you so much, Divine. 10 of Pentacles. So something that'll definitely last. Okay, new energy to be grounded on. But then again, it's 10 of Pentacles could also be family dynamics. And maybe for some of you, with the swords being here, the Justice and the Queen of Swords, and the Queen of Swords is definitely about articulation, right? Maybe speaking to those experiences offers you that justice where you didn't get that Do you see what I'm saying? In the past. And maybe it's speaking about those experiences within a family dynamic, or to a family member, or someone that's a part of a foundation here with the Ten of Pentacles. Okay. But this also tells me as well that, okay, well, something else wants to come here. Yeah, the Three of Wands. That you can anticipate a lot of abundance, a lot of good energy, a lot of great experiences to come. Maybe this articulation with the Queen of Swords and the Justice, and shining a light on the justice, or what needed to be righted, or what went wrong, right? What were the injustices that happened? Shining a light on that with the Sun maybe grew a bond closer between you and a family member, right? And again, put an end to some cycle or some phase where maybe I don't feel like you felt as comfortable, or there was just still this pain that you were carrying. But again, it's like that freedom, and now being able to articulate it, now being able to put it out there, now being able to say, right, and speak to the justice that you did deserve and maybe didn't get in that childhood. It's like now there's a lighter energy here. So now I feel like the next sexual experience, or, you know, partner that you attract has the opportunity to be pleasurable and not just a reflection of your pains from the past. Okay, let's look into this children energy. Thank you so much, Divine. Yeah, the Five of Swords. So whatever those experiences was, that's what I was saying. It formed an opinion. It made you think about and connect with that energy of sex in a very, not from a pure place, a very deceptive place, right? Gave you the wrong idea about it, which is not your fault here. And I feel like I have to say that as well, if you don't already know that. Tell me more about this children energy. Yeah, Ace of Wands. So it's almost like, and this is very, very common. And again, I know that this could be very triggering, but it's very common with people who survive sexual abuse to almost feel betrayed by their own body, or their own urges, or their own desires for that intimacy, because of the experience or experiences that kind of warped the perception of what that, you know, what those feelings and emotions and what that pleasure really means. Do you see what I'm saying? Okay. Tell me more about this Five of Swords and Ace of Wands. Yeah, strength. Oh yeah, it's going to take a lot of courage. It's going to take a lot of strength. It has taken a lot of courage, and it has taken a lot of strength, Gemini Cancer, for you to really face this and work through those misconceptions and work through those deceptions, right? Thank you so much, Divine. Please tell me more about strength when it comes to children. Tell me more about this children energy. Yeah, Nine of Cups. So the strength to seek out and find your own happiness here, Nine of Cups. The strength to be still open to love and open to the experience despite what you've been through. The strength to kind of shift the paradigm here, or just make peace and find justice within yourself, right? Balance out those scales when it comes to that feeling of pleasure, right? Knowing that you are worthy of it. And that what it's supposed to be. For some of you, yeah, this is really, really deep healing work. And again, I am sending whoever is resonating with this so much love, so much light and strength and courage and peace. Because that is not easy to face. It's not easy to overcome at all. Yeah, Three of Cups. But your strength, your ability to face it, your ability to overcome it, your ability to go through this death and rebirth around this energy is something to celebrate. It's something to be proud of. It's something to be happy about. I almost feel like your inner child is happy for you too. Happy that you found the strength and the courage to still be open to love, to still experience love, to still put yourself first in some way, shape, or form here, okay? Now, others of you where, and I know that we kind of focused in on that sexual abuse part, but if that is not your story here, it could be that these vivid dreams that you're having, Gemini Cancer, okay? Again, dreaming of the perfect world, the perfect partner, the perfect children. Like I said, didn't I say 2.5 point kids? You have 2 pages here. Dreaming all of the commitment, what that feels like, what this 2 of Cups vibration actually resonates as energetically. Okay? Your answers, or that's what you're being shown in your dream space. And it also feels like whatever is happening and occurring in the dream space, it's making you anticipate something in the waking world with the 3 of Wands here. So you could be seeing, like I said, a lot of commitment, a lot of foundation. This is the person that you're going to be with, right? Or that feels like that. Right? But, and I have to say but, because then with the children, right? The 5 of Swords. Okay, Gemini Cancer, for some of you, there is this ideal dream connection, dream marriage, maybe even dream person, okay, that you maybe want to experience, have a sexual connection with. If that feels like it's a desire for that. I don't necessarily know that that is what's happening, but there's definitely a strong desire for it. But again, and I have to just say it does feel like it's not so much about who you're connecting to or who you're desiring that from. It's about the energy you're experiencing. Because I think that's what it's pointing to, something that's missing in your waking life. So it could be easy to say, oh, this person is the missing key, when it's the energy that you can actually invoke within yourself here, 9 of Cups, okay? It's the energy that you're yearning for, not necessarily the person. And I hope that makes sense, Gemini Cancer. Okay? And for some of you, and this might even just be a select few of you, with the 5 of Swords, you could have come up in a situation where you never thought you would be able to have this 10 of Pentacles with someone that you do love, right? Or that, again, and I kept saying fairy tale in the beginning. It could have been like you gave up on fairy tales, or someone told you fairy tales aren't true, and that will never be your experience. It's like some of you are combating a Queen of Swords energy in that way. Someone that maybe spoke, you know, some not so good things over your life or into your life when it comes to what you were dreaming about and what you were desiring, especially as a child. But again, it maybe feels like these vivid dreams and all of this energy is pointing that you do have that in the cards for you, right? Like that is destined for you to experience. And that alone is reason to celebrate enough that some wish that you do have here, Gemini Cancer, will be fulfilled and come true, especially with the wand here, right? So some of you, this strength card is saying that despite all of the deception and or the mind games that someone attempted to play, right? You still held on to your faith. You still held on to your hope. You still held on to the belief that your wishes here, 9 of Cups, could actually come true and manifest. 3 of Cups, right? Ace of Wands. So some of you, this is just as simple as getting back in tune with the dreams that you did have as a child. Again, whatever that looked like for you, where you lived, who you know, how many kids you would have, who your husband is, how the energy was. It's like that's actually very tangible. That's not a fairy tale. Okay, so a lot of different energies here, a lot of different storylines. I hope this helped you or resonated with you in some way, shape, or form, Gemini, Cancer, cusp energies. I thank you so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed this reading or resonated with it or found it helpful, make sure you give it a thumbs up and a like. I appreciate that as well. And make sure you connect with me over on Instagram at Cusp of Roses. Definitely let me know what connected with you in the comment section below. And again, forgive me for if this was a sensitive topic, but I just had to speak to what was coming through. But Gemini, Cancer, I will see you all in our next round of general cosmic energy readings next week as we head into Capricorn season. All right? Namaste.